Hi everyone, and welcome to my mini lesson. Well, birds are all around us, and in fact there's about 10,000 species around the world. They're important indicators of planet health, and I love birds. I've studied them for all three of my degrees, and I really enjoy sharing things that I know and helping others share what they know about birds. So I have a question for you. Have you ever, and you can just put up your hand if it's yes, have you ever noticed a bird anywhere and kind of wondered, gee, what is that? Oh, both hands up. Thank you very much. Well, I'm glad you're in this lesson. Um, so I have two learning objectives or learning outcomes for this 10-minute lesson, and I've kind of summarized them here. By the end of this 10-minute lesson, you should be able to list 5 things to pay attention to in order to identify a bird. And secondly, I want you to choose a new one to try out soon that perhaps you haven't tried. Okay? So that's the learning objective. So I want you to, on your own, don't put it into chat, have a piece of paper or you're doing it on your iPad or whatever. I want you to list quickly, I'm not going to give you much time, about 40 seconds, a few things that you currently pay attention to when you see a bird and you want to try to identify it. It might be one thing, it might be 2 or 3 things, but I'm only going to give you about 30 seconds and go. We've already started maybe. When you're done, you can just, when I see you looking back at the screen, I'll know that you're finished. Or I might stop you. Okay, I'm going to stop you. Thank you very much. I'm sure you could have gone on and on, but we'll get to some of the other things that maybe you had in your head that you hadn't had a chance to write down. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through each of the 5 ways that I've shared with others how to identify birds. And then one by one, I'm going to ask you, maybe by a show of hands, to did you write down or in your head think of something similar? Okay, so the first one is pattern. And what I mean by pattern is more so than color alone. Looking at patterns on the face, is there a stripe or no stripe? Is there something, wing bars? Are there marks? Is there a clear distinction somewhere on the chest or the body? That's what I mean by pattern. And so, show of hands, did either of you write anything remotely like that? No. And
I had color, but not.
You had color. Yeah. Color is sometimes useful. I often suggest that people try to pay attention more to pattern because color can be quite subjective. It depends on the background, or, you know, a hummingbird, a male in bright light could have a bright red gorget on the throat, but if it's not good light, it looks black. So that's why I suggest that pattern is more important to pay attention to. Okay, the second one is size and or shape. Okay, and what I mean by that is the shape of the bill. Here's one with a really long bill, and here's one with a short little teeny bill. Looking at the tail, this bird has quite a forked tail. And here's 2 that are very similar. Look at the tail on this one, and look at the tail on this one. So there's a little bit of a difference. Show of hands again, did either of you write something about size or shape? Nancy, Bo, and both of you say yes. Okay. Third one is habitat. And what I mean by habitat is it on the water? And if so, is it salt or fresh water? Or is it perched in a tree? Is it on the side of a tree? What's it doing? By the way, these silhouettes are not mine. They come from, here's the reference to where they come from. Did anyone write anything to do with habitat? It might have been geography, where in the world, anything like that. Okay, Winona has thumbs up.
I wrote
And,
habits.
yeah,
Like,
habits.
Yeah.
Well, that, thank you.
Yeah.
That actually might lead to one of the other two. So we've got behavior. And what I mean by that is its posture, its pattern. Is it flying and flapping and gliding? Is it bobbing up and down as it walks? What's its behavior? And I'm just going to do the last one and then see if you have anything related to one or the other. Is social, what I call social. And so by that, is it alone or is it with others of the same, that look similar? Song also fits in here. Is it doing a song that you can imitate when you either tell me about it or you tell someone else who knows a bit about birds or a friend? So behavior and social. So hands up, first of all, did you write anything, did you make note of anything related to habitat, habit you've got, or social? Just to show of hands, first of all.
Does time of day?
Yeah, time of day is a good one, for sure, for sure. And did any of you list something that you would describe as completely different from any of the 5 that I listed? Pattern, size or shape, habitat, behavior, or social?
No.
Not really. I put what it's eating.
Yeah, I think that's a good, if you are lucky enough to see that, that I would put that into behavior myself. That's a good one. I once had a lovely experience in Mount Royal in Montreal watching a great blue heron eat the fish in the lake. And, you know, only some species of birds eat fish. So that would be a good one if you had a really clear view of it eating fish.
Cool.
So just to go on briefly to the last of the learning objectives, I want you to think about, is there one of these traits that I described that you didn't write down that you think you might try, or one that you might want to, that you already did write down that you might want to try to spend a bit more, pay a bit more attention to? And I'll give you each, you know, just a few seconds to maybe share one item. Winona?
Song. Definitely.
Song.
I can't believe I didn't write that down, because that's like, when I think about birds, that's such an important part of birds. It's just the sound that they make. And
Yeah.
I'm surprised that that didn't come like to my head right away. So I think that's something I would like to pay more attention to, is the songs. Yeah.
Yeah. And a good, often you hear a bird and you don't see it, so that can be a challenge. But, you know, there's the Cornell Bird Lab in New York City. It's got this website. It's something like All About Birds. And if you just type, like, you think it's an American goldfinch, do you type American goldfinch song? There's all these great recordings. So you can go, yeah, that's it. Or, no. And then, you know, you can go from there. Thank you very much. Nancy, what's one thing that you will pay more attention to in trying to identify?
Yeah, the pattern rather than the color.
Yeah,
right?
That's great.
Yeah, we have a lot of birds in the neighborhood, right? And one particular one, it has a sound, which I know the sound, but I don't know what it looks like because it wakes me up.
Can you
imitate
it?
No.
Yeah.
No, but I'm going to record it because it happens at 3:30 in the morning, and somebody's going to tell me what it is.
You record it and send it to me. So Thank
Cool.
you very much. I want to summarize the lesson. We've shared our ideas about what to pay attention to in order to identify birds, if you're going to look it up in a field guide, and there's 3 or 4 different great field guides. This is from National Geographic, or you send me an email and tell me about it. And the other thing that I'm just going to, give you a little input on is you can look up my website, which is called Birds in View. And I have a lot of, I've just started adding questions and answers that people send me a question, and I sometimes web link or something else. Thank you very much for taking part.